So and we're live.
And we're live. Hey everyone. We are back because we just enjoy talking to y'all so much.
Yes.
So hi. If you're coming to say hi, if you're coming to tune in to this side of crazy, drop us a comment or emoji and say hi. We want to hear from you. So we are just gonna share a couple things. We're gonna share about our Easter yesterday. We brought a fun game to test out, and I have a little relationship nugget to give too. So first, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
What you mean by good?
What I mean is that one, this yerba mate.
Oh, look at, we're drinking tea because that's what we do now.
That's what we do.
It's cold.
Shout out to my girl Anna with the yerba mate hookup. But no, I feel good because one, we had a great weekend. It was Resurrection Sunday for everybody.
For anybody who missed it.
Anybody who missed that. But it was cool because even though we couldn't get in touch, be close contact with family, I love what Kendall said yesterday. Was just like, oh, it was so cool to be together, and it was sweet, and it was simple. And I feel good that they enjoyed it and that we had a really good time. It was like nothing was over stressful. Holidays can be like super stressful because you're trying to gather everybody up. Not that we don't miss the family, but you were able to.
I almost felt bad saying it, right? Like, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, like I really do. Because I do. And I'm not saying, oh, it's got to be either or. I miss our family. Like, I miss us being able to gather with them. Also, in case you don't know, there's a thunderstorm.
There's a thunderstorm out there.
Can you say hi to everyone?
We literally have a basket full of stuff. We have like snacks and everything. We have like your iPad, the
we can do that in a little bit.
We have them charging in our room. We're like hiding under my desk.
Say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
All right, let's go.
So, say bye, guys.
Say bye-bye.
That's her after only one lollipop. Boys. It's a thunderstorm, in case you didn't know. Also, there's talks of a tornado. Don't know how responsible it is for us to be recording a video while that's happening, but here we are. I like to say we thought that through, but we did not. PJ was in the middle of talking about Easter, right? So I almost felt a little bad saying like, man, it was such a good day. Even though it was different, right? Like we missed our family and we miss being able to do the normal stuff, right? Like we have a tradition every day, everybody eats together and we play together and all of my nieces and nephew get to come and it's just really special. And at the same time, we really enjoyed just the four of us yesterday, and I was like, I'm not going to say that because it sounds like we really would rather it be that way. But Kendall said it last night when we were talking about our day and I was like, oh, good. So, anyway. So we were all kind of feeling that too. Like, even though we didn't get to see everyone and spend the day with them, like it was so nice just to be the four of us. Also, if you have ever hid the Easter eggs for an Easter egg hunt, which I'm just saying I have plenty of times, did not do that yesterday. Left that in PJ's hands.
Hold on, what do you mean?
All I'm saying is here's what we learned from that. Two things. One, if you're going to hide the eggs, you either need to, count them so we know how many we're looking for, or, draw a map or something. Like, anytime.
Who draws a map for the Easter egg?
Hey, Nova.
Oh, hey, Nova.
Anytime you got to join in on the hunt because you don't remember. I was like, how many eggs did you hide?
Like, it's a free-for-all. Once they go out there, it's for every man for himself.
Right. I'm like, they're in the front or the back. He's like, front and back.
There's a disclaimer. I am not responsible for the whereabouts of the eggs once I put them out there.
Yeah. Although you did really good, though.
I did good because I hit them for myself.
Then that's how you know you did good. Like, if you don't remember where you put the eggs literally 15 minutes before you hid them, so
that could be a
but
problem.
you did good. They were really good hiding spots. I don't really think I had an expectation, but I was like, I literally had to tell myself, glad don't judge his placement
Who
of
judges?
these
Who
Easter
judges when
eggs.
you put Easter
Well, I
eggs?
didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like I had to tell myself, don't say, just don't,
You had to
just
talk yourself down?
appreciate. And then as we're hunting, I'm like, oh, we did good. So from now on, I really just think it's safe
Yeah,
to
like
say
this is
that.
my first Easter egg rodeo.
When have you ever hit Easter eggs before?
I did it one time back in
Yeah, when that time you worked as the Easter Bunny. When? Never. Never.
Well, I thought about it. I had a dream about it one time. Okay.
Yeah, I really think you can make it though. It's really good. So that was our egg hunt. PJ, you made like a really good. Oh, we love the simplicity of our meal. And usually we, of course, we go all out and everybody comes together and we have like 17 different entrees, and that's like the fun of it, right? You're like, oh my god, it's so much food and everybody has so many leftovers.
And then you feel bad about it because you get
hey
the
Nadia,
itis.
and we get the itis now. Well, we still had them leftovers today. They were hitting and.
Yeah.
We ate like an hour before we got on this line. I was like, this is probably not smart, but
I feel good.
it's fine. That's probably why we're
because I got
drinking
my yerba mate.
tea. Look at you
Shout out to
doing
him.
look at you doing commercials.
You like that?
We're gonna work on that. That's good. It's very simple, direct,
You see?
to the point.
Unless
Did you put any sweetener in yours?
I put a little honey.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, normally I don't, but I felt like, I wanted just a tad bit of honey. But the yerba, you can drink it without.
I got a little drizzle of honey in my tea.
You got a little drizzle. But you got just regular green. It's not
what?
yerba mate.
Don't judge what I'm drinking. I don't judge. Well, that is really good.
Yeah,
too,
see?
All right. So the other thing, I didn't ask you how you were feeling. You said you were feeling good.
I felt good.
Are you feeling good because it was Easter yesterday? And
I feel good because it was Easter. That we are blessed, like being in this situation. To that everybody's healthy, and that's not to say I'm still not concerned about folks out here, because we definitely pray that everybody continues to stay healthy. But I mean, for us forward, despite what it could look like, like we're still together. Like, not meaning
I passed him in the hallway yesterday. I was like, I've been seeing a lot of you lately around here.
It's just like, who are you?
Need you to take another route.
Right.
Spice it up a little.
But I do. I feel good about that. I feel good that we're still laughing, and we're still, our kids are growing, and they're not being as impacted as I thought they would be.
How do you think they'd be impacted?
Well, I thought, especially like being locked in the house, and I thought it'd be a lot more. I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to see this person. Like we've had, of course, Veda wants to go see Nova.
Oh,
right?
gosh, she talks about Nova every single day.
Yeah.
She said it this morning. I wish Nova could come to my house. I'm like, oh, God. It is heartbreaking. That part is heartbreaking because we do want to just resume. Like when we talk about resuming back to normalcy.
It's being with the family.
Right. Having the privilege of being able to go see people. And I mean, because we can still call you. Y'all can still call me, although my phone's been a little silent here lately. We'll just say that. Just saying, I know it goes both ways. You have to save it because I do know that. But we do, and Veda does miss her best friend Nova, and Kendall. She hasn't skipped a beat because she FaceTimes whoever she wants all the time. Yeah. Mainly her best friend, and they just giggle all day. It's like they don't miss anything. They just So that part's good. I thank you for asking. How am I feeling? Appreciate you asking that. It is hard, Anso. It is. I feel like I've had a lot more time to listen to my thoughts. And sounds like a good thing, right? And it is, right? It is a good thing. But sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, I really am just feeling like, no, I don't want to do today. Right? Like I've had days where I'm like, I don't want to do today. Like, yeah. And it's because it's hard. Like, yes, I'm extroverted, introvert. Yeah, I love being around people, and I love laughing, and I love having fun. Fun should be a love language.
They should put that on there. Yeah. Let's talk to them.
Petition for that. Probably not going to petition for that. Sounds good.
Let's start it up. Let's start a movement.
So I do love having fun, but there are times where I'm like, I just want to be by myself. Right? Did you haven't noticed that?
Not with the glaring looks.
the why are you people still around me look? Should have bought a bigger house.
Why are you breathing in my face so hard?
It's like, and I know people laugh about this all the time. They're like, you can't go to the bathroom by yourself, but I literally can't. And our oldest is 11, and it's like she saves all of her questions, all of her stories, all of her, oh my gosh, did you know? She saves it for when she hears like the bathroom light click on her. She like senses that, I don't know, my butt's hit the toilet seat. It's like she just saves it all. It never fails, right? And then of course Veda has to come along because she has to hear the story and add her own. So it's just like there's really nowhere to go. Although we played hide and go seek last week.
Oh my
I'm
God.
saying,
No.
not trying to toot my own horn, but
She's
toot
the
toot.
boss.
Huh. I literally hid in our closet. And then I had the stupid notion to tell them where I was hiding because they couldn't find me. I was hid for like 15 minutes.
You was gone for
I
a
was in
minute.
there deep.
I was about to call search party.
Oh, I was laughing so hard. I'm like, okay, just hold your breath. You know, you're doing all the stuff you see in the scary movies when people hide. I was like, just hold your breath. They were like real close to me, right? I was like behind my dresses that are hanging. And I was just like, you know, kind of tucked in the corner. In my mind, I was like 6 pounds in the corner. Nobody can see me. Just don't move, right? And they got so close, like they were moving the dresses. And I swear Kendall touched my leg. And I was getting ready to laugh, you know, like bust out laughing. Like, oh, she found me. But they never found me. And PJ's like, did you look in the closet, Ken? And he's like, she's probably somewhere laughing. And I said, I was.
You was on stealth mode. There was you. That could have been a ninja. That was a ninja type move.
But then they, you know, hounded me down and wanted to know where I was hiding. And of course, I told them. So now I can never hide there again because
I have my hiding space. Y'all never found me.
Oh,
I gave it
right.
up. I gave mine up.
But you never told us where you were.
I never told.
Well, then again, I wasn't looking for you.
You weren't.
I was hidden in Kendall's closet that second time. And she was like, I looked, Dad. I would see her in there. And then she looked and saw my leg and was like, oh. So that was definitely fun. So we have been playing more games with one another. Hide and go seek was definitely not our pick. But we played it and it was a lot of fun. Like that was just a lot of fun. Made us, like I felt like a kid again, right? Like,
I did.
There was just like a lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion, being able to, I don't know, be the hide and go seek champ in this house. So it's a title. You know, I carry it.
Somebody's gonna have to relinquish you of that title.
So speaking of titles, right?
Ooh,
oh, how was that? That was good, right?
That was like a segue. I like that. You just kind of landed that plane.
So thank you, babe. Appreciate that. So Kendall got this game. Well, we gave her this game for Easter, and it's called 5 Second Rule.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna play a couple rounds because it's fun and it's funny. And
didn't I win last night?
We've played. Okay, so full disclosure, we played it one time last night.
But did I win?
You did. Okay.
All right. Oh, we ain't do that when you talking about
But do you have the hide and go seek
championship? Oh, we should make belts. We should make.
You should so do that. Yeah. Yes. Name belts.
Hide and go seek champ, like John Cena.
It's a really big title. We'll have to shorten that somewhere.
All right.
But yeah, so I want. You did win by like one card. So anyway.
Hi.
So here's how you play this game, right?
Right.
You have these cards and you have to say name 3, and then you flip this little You hear it make that noise? It's kind of funny. So you flip that and that times you for 5 seconds, and you have to name 3 of the things on the card in the 5 seconds. So normally you would probably play it with more than, 2 people. But I think PJ and I have enough competitiveness to hold it down.
And I want y'all to watch how she gets me.
Don't watch how I nothing. How I get you, PJ. The questions are
watch
on the
how
card.
she gets.
Oh, how I get it. Oh, that's different. That's different. I do get a little, I don't know, how he gets in spades. Can we talk about that?
We talked about that on the live. That ain't.
You're right. I meant, did we talk about that? We did.
You ready?
So, all right, you go first. Oh, gosh, I'm so nervous.
You ready? Right,
yes.
Cool.
But don't pick a hard one. Not one that's too hard. Just pick one. Just pick a card.
Name. All right, hold on. We can't see that anyways. Name 3 titles in a wedding party.
Bridegroom, maid of honor. Bam. And then you just get the card to keep it, right?
That was good.
Also, thank you. What do you mean how I get? So let me say, there's this box, and look how big the box of cards is. I think there's like 150 cards, and we're just kind of pulling from wherever. So, all right. Okay. It's so easy. I want to pick a harder one, but it's fine. All right. Name 3 food items on a McDonald's menu.
Oh, burgers, fries, and doubles. McNuggets. Double.
Burgers, fries, and the other burger sandwich.
I said McDoubles.
You heard yourself, right?
I did.
Alright.
Okay, that's mine.
Oh, yes, I
that.
did.
I still said
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You.
I said four. I said four. I said four.
Only 3 were right, but you only need 3, so that's fine.
That's right. All right. Name 3. That's easy.
Whatever. Your McDonald's one was easy.
Name 3 dairy products.
Cheese, yogurt, milk. Bam. Had like 3 seconds to spare.
Oh my god. All right, let's go.
All right. Oh, this is so perfect. Y'all must see why it's perfect. Name 3. Oh, this is good. I'm gonna flip this timer so hard.
Oh man.
Name 3 1980s singers.
Madonna. Oh, yeah.
Don't say nothing next time you do that 80s trivia.
I was thinking of so many people. I couldn't get them all out.
So the next time you, oh, that was a good one. Ooh, I'm just saying, you always try and get me with them 80s. Out of all, literally, y'all, 150 cards.
That was a good one.
And
There's
I
so
pulled that
many.
one.
I was thinking.
Wow,
of.
so many, yet he only named one. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not trying to
this
stomp
is
you
a-
while you're down.
This is
It's good.
horrible.
It's good.
That ain't yours.
Well, it's not
You
yours
didn't-
either.
well, Oh, this is all right. Since we want to play that route,
Oh, what route?
I don't know.
Yeah, might have been a little harsh. I apologize.
Name.
So sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Name 3 professional golfers.
Babe, I literally only know Tiger, and you know it. Is he even a professional anymore?
Yeah,
Gosh.
it's still out
You
there.
can put the card. I didn't get it.
All right.
3 professional golfers.
All right.
I should have said
You
me. You,
had a
don't know
chance.
my golf game.
it ain't Tigers.
Well, that's true.
But Carol was on there. Get it? Carol. Tiger.
I'm gonna give you that. That was funny. For someone who hasn't watched the show,
I will not. I
Neither
will
have
not
I.
watch
Okay.
it. I will not.
I'm gonna do. Okay. Name 3 things you do on a porch.
Smoke, eat, and talk about other people.
That was good. That was good. Also, we don't do those things on our front porch. Disclaimer.
Well, we ain't got a front porch. It's like
a nice front porch.
it's
a
literally
porch. It goes
it's
into
porch-ish.
It is porch-esque. I'll give you that. Man, I bet my teeth.
Oh, you gonna get this one?
Oh,
wasn't that my question? That was my question.
honey.
Oh,
honey,
man.
honey.
I got 2. You got 2. I'm like, hold up, where my cards at? All my cards go back in the pile. She's like, oh my god, hold
I
up.
put his cards in the back of the box.
No. All right. Name 3 human bones.
Femur, humerus, tibia. I was like literally about to say kidney, and I was like, no, don't say that. That makes no sense.
All right. You got
Appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna do one more.
that. All right, one more.
Nobody knows that. Okay. Name 3 Julia Roberts movies.
Julia Roberts, Eat, Pray, and Love, Pretty Woman, and oh shoot.
Best friend's wedding. You were
Oh man! Oh,
only we were on a team. Huh?
oh man! I was trying to think of that one where she played that that recent one we watched where she's a cop and she locked that dude up in the cage. Yeah.
She's a cop and she locked that. Somebody killed her daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was like 10 years old.
That wasn't 10 years old.
It's pretty old.
That's like 4.
It did not come out in 2016. That
You
doesn't
don't know
make,
that.
it was like an 08 movie.
It
Maybe
wasn't
even
08.
older than that. I don't remember what it was though. But I do. Yeah,
You
we
know
did
what I'm
watch
talking
that. I do.
Yeah.
Because that was at the end, and we were like, "What?" Not that we're spoiling the movie, but anyway.
I was so close.
So anyway, so this is that game,
Yeah.
and as you can see, it is a lot of fun. Did we just do a commercial for that?
We did.
We could probably.
Just like we did for your mom.
Oh God. You're so weird. I love it. I do love you weird. All right, so that's our game. And yeah, that was fun for here. I'll put it back. That was fun for us to play by ourselves. Now, last night we played it for the first time, and Veda is like, I love her. So of course, now she's 4.5, and she wants to she wants to be independent.
Yeah,
like it's not good
okay.
enough for her to like sit on my lap and be my partner again. So she like has the card and she sounds like that cute little stuttering baby boy
Oh no.
on that video. She just like says random words that go together and we're supposed to answer it and she like whips the timer and anyway, you just gotta kind of yell out stuff and
Like cats.
right, frogs, jungles.
Spoons.
And
Spoons.
she'll let you
Oh,
know if you're
spoons.
so anyway, so that was fun. It is family, it is super fun to play with your family.
Yeah, it is.
So the last thing before we get off here is I was thinking about us being quarantined and I was thinking about how much extra time we've been spending together. And I've been listening for other people talk about what's coming up in their relationship with their partner, their spouse. And one of the big things that I keep seeing is talking about expectations, right? Like whether they're unmet expectations, whether you're like, well, I would say that, but I know they're going to react this way, or, you know, I expected him to do this, or I thought she'd be doing that. And what my nugget is this is something that I use for myself. So I have a rule for myself, and it is, and I think I might have shared this before a few months ago. But anyway, so my rule for us in communicating is if I feel like I don't want to say it, or I already have the story played out in my mind how it's going to go, like I must. So if it comes up for me and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to tell him that, or I'm not going to say that, then I'm like, oh, that means I have to, right? Because I know, right, from all of my previous experiences that not saying it is literally going to get you nowhere. And all the things that you're afraid of, if you do say it or if you do bring it up, are really not that big of a deal. Oh, that's something we say around here all the time now. It's no big deal. NBD, no big deal. Right. And it's helped with a lot. Right?
Oh yeah.
It's helped with spills. It's helped with frustration. It's helped with anything. We're like, no big deal. No big deal.
We'll figure it out.
Right. Kendall's like, I feel like that's your new mantra. It is. NBD, no big deal.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things I wanted to share. And I know that when, you know, like maybe a couple weeks in, so PJ's been home for a few weeks now, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's been a long time, right? And I know in the beginning I was saying to you, or I wouldn't say to you, I would kind of make like, you know, little remarks here and there, like, I don't know, like if you decided that you wanted to go, you know, sit on the prayer line, or if you wanted to go, you know, read, or you wanted to play a game, or whatever it is you were doing, right? And I would think, oh, is that what it's going to look like while we're here? You know, or I might, you know, either not say nothing to you, but obviously it would show in my actions and in my face, because my face can't hide very much. Or things like that. But now, as I'm starting to remember that rule for myself, now I'm starting, and you too, to say more and more things to each other. Yeah. So if there's an expectation I have, if there's a thought or a feeling that I have, like, we just say it. Yeah. Just say it. Have the conversation. And when you're having that conversation, do not blame your wife, your husband, your partner, your spouse. There's no blame in it, right? Like if you're feeling something or you have an expectation, take ownership of that. That's yours. It's not theirs. So if I think that PJ should be, I don't know, hanging out with the girls so I can lounge in bed and watch Netflix all day, like say that, right? or if I feel like, gosh, PJ, maybe he's been playing his game for 2 hours and I really would like him to come snuggle me on the couch or something, like say that. That's my expectation. That's something that I want. I don't have to be like, oh, you've been playing this game for 2 hours, or, you know, say something, because I probably will. I mean, we use a lot of humor.
Yeah.
It's one of our resiliency factors, right? Like we use a lot of humor. So sometimes I'll make a joke about it, or, you know,
or
say
just bum rush
something sarcastic.
Yeah,
usually just come, you know, crawl on your shoulder or something. And while that is good for us, right? Like we use a lot of humor, might not work for everyone, but I really do encourage you to have those conversations with your partner. Yeah. If you're afraid, do it anyway. It's literally that's all I got.
Yeah, if you're afraid, do it anyway.
There's no like, oh well, if you're afraid, no, do it anyway. Like do it anyway, right? Like if you want something different, you know, I mean, we know this, right?
You're
like,
gonna be afraid.
If you want something different, then you have to do something different, right? You're absolutely going to be afraid sometimes to have conversations.
I used to be so afraid to say something to you in that context, because I was like, oh my gosh, like you're gonna hear it and you're gonna. I would think of conjure up every single story, like Gladys is gonna cuss me out, or just, these are the stories, and it wasn't making it true. I'm just saying, like, I would think you were going to do 1,000 things, like shut me down or talk bad about me or whatever it was, and then I was like, but I gotta say it. Yeah. And it ended up being not nearly as
like every time.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, and then you get to the end of it, and then you have some sort of I don't want to say resolution, but you have like you've been able to kind of shift the direction, right? And then you're like, oh. I hadn't had that conversation, if I hadn't just walked with my fear, not gotten over it, but walked with it.
Yeah, walking with the fear. That's
right.
Good. Yeah.
And had that conversation, then. And I do want to add also, if I would have done any of those things, then that would be on me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I've learned too.
If if you're having a conversation with your spouse and you're not blaming them and you're not making them at fault for things, but you're really taking responsibility for your thoughts, for your feelings, and for your expectations, because that's whose they are, then however they choose to react, however they are triggered, that's on them.
Yeah.
Just like that would be on me. It would be, right?
Yeah.
If you had an expectation for me to cook full course meals every single day at dinner,
which I do. Oh,
okay.
No.
Like, right. And that's on you, right?
I don't. Really, I don't.
Oh, I promise you, I do know that. I do know that. He's like, no.
I don't.
You don't like my cooking?
I love it.
It's fine. Although I had one couple week span where I could not.
Yo, you had a
What?
you was like a boss.
Oh.
Yeah, you were like a boss with the cooking. I remember that.
I was talking about the week where I kept messing up chicken, but I love how you went with the positive story. That was so nice. Thanks, Hanson.
Oh my gosh, there was that one. Oh, that chick. Oh.
What? No. Okay, yeah. You can say it. Just say it.
It was bad.
It was. Oh my gosh, I could not figure it out. Like I was like, okay, maybe I cooked it too long, or maybe I should just, I don't know, stop ovenizing chicken. Ovenize, that's a word, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just couldn't figure it out. So I don't even know if I have, but
it's all right.
then I have.
It's okay.
Are you pitying me?
No.
Over chicken?
No.
It was so bad. Kendall was like, I'll just have the.
You know, because Kendall's not gonna lie. Kendall will tell you straight up the truth.
She does not.
She will tell you straight
no filter.
Truth.
But that's why I love her, because I know.
Because she's criticized my cooking. And I'll be like, yo.
She does. You get so triggered.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah, she's like,
She's like, all right.
She's
but then I know.
No, she goes, what's this?
Yeah. That's her way. What's this? Peasants.
Oh, chicken again. It's the third time this month.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so that's my nugget, though, seriously. And Veda's calling us.
Be
and
right
I
there.
say us because she just yelled, Mommy, Daddy. Should never say our names together. So that's my nugget. Whatever you're feeling or whatever expectation you have, really think about it. And if you're triggered by something that your partner's doing, that's on you. What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're feeling? What are you triggered by, right? Is there an expectation? Is there something you're feeling? Are you feeling kind of neglected by the time that you have together, but that you're not spending together? Like, what is that? Have the conversation. Just say it.
I love it.
That's it.
All right.
Can't really drop a mic on a live, but if we could,
that would have been it.
That would have been it.
All right.
So we love y'all, and
Love y'all.
we will be back on Thursday.
We'll talk to you then.
See ya.
Bye.